How to do SEO for e-commerce website. Implementing a good SEO strategy for e-commerce is essential if you want to increase your online sales. Despite what many believe, to sell online it is not enough just to set up a virtual store. Although it is the first step, taking care of the organic positioning strategy is just as important to attract new customers to your business. Therefore, in this article, we will review what are the fundamental elements that every SEO strategy for e-commerce must have. Is SEO for e-commerce different from other websites? The SEO also is known as search engine optimization, from the English search engine optimization, is a strategy that seeks to improve the ranking of a website to appear in the top results of a search. This strategy can be applied to all types of websites, from blogs, virtual stores, and corporate websites to forums or educational platforms. Although the method of applying SEO on all of these sites may seem similar, the reality is that there are substantial differences in the structure, functionality, and goals of each website that you should be aware of before beginning optimization. For example, optimizing a blog post is not the same as optimizing a product page. While the first has long texts that seek to inform or entertain users to increase their time on the pages, the second seeks to close a sale in the shortest possible time. Either way, it is undeniable that you need to implement SEO optimizations in your e-commerce as part of a complete digital marketing strategy. Applying an SEO strategy for e-commerce is necessary for any business looking to improve their sales on the internet. Positioning your virtual store in the first place of the surface will make more people come naturally and know your products. Furthermore, 44% of people who shop online start with a Google search according to nChannel. In the end, millions of searches are made every day that show the purchase intention of users. Being positioned at the top of the results list for those queries is essential to acquire users who are more ready to buy. For example, there are 260 monthly searches for the keyword "buy dresses" online according to SEMrush. It is not such a high number in absolute terms, but there is no doubt that this user already has the certainty of what he wants to acquire, so attracting him to the store's website is very interesting. Also, imagine the possibility of being in the first positions of this results page without having to spend lots of money to have that ad in the corner. One of the main SEO optimizations for e-commerce is on the product pages. By becoming more visible in the SERP, the users most interested in buying that specific product will land in your e-commerce with a clearer purchase intention. This is important if you consider that 39% of all global e-commerce traffic is directly related to organic traffic according to the Blue List. That's why it's time to spend time producing well-structured product pages, with striking descriptions and a technical configuration that favors search engine crawling. The center is an indicator that allows you to assess how well your pages respond to a user's search intention. This metric is linked to your choice of keywords and other aspects that have to do with the SEO title and meta descriptions. In general, SEO for virtual stores helps you make the necessary adjustments to appear in the correct results and improve your click-through rate with respect to the number of people who view your website in the SERP. An interesting practice to improve your performance in this regard is to extract insights from the Google Search Console search results dashboards. In them, you can see the queries that users make to get to your websites and possibly include those terms in the titles and meta descriptions of your pages. With this type of information, you can stimulate user interest in your product pages, without scaring them with capitalized text like this. Possibilities of SEO for virtual stores. Applying an SEO strategy in e-commerce has many fronts for action. A good practice for e-commerce is to implement your own blog and execute a content marketing strategy to deal with issues related to your sector or issues of interest to your users. Having long posts, over 1,000 words, the blog is one of the most effective channels to attract organic traffic. This resource is also very interesting when the virtual store operates in a defined market niche, to ensure that users hooked on the type of product it offers. If they produce a good blog post that positions them at the top of Google for the keyword sustainable fashion, they can generate authority and relevance in this segment. In fact, on the first page of Google results in Mexico for that keyword, there is currently no post from an e-commerce website. Positioning product pages is essential in SEO for e-commerce. If you do not apply SEO on your product pages to gain positions, it will be impossible for users to know your products organically. In this context, we propose the best techniques for preparing product descriptions in a virtual store. Category pages are also another option that virtual stores have to position themselves on Google. Optimizing these pages is valuable because by bringing all your available products of the same class in one place, your potential customers will have access to all your inventory. In addition, structuring the pages in categories is a requirement to deliver a good user experience, UX, which at the same time is a criterion highly valued by Google to classify its results. Next, we will review the stages of an SEO strategy for virtual stores so that you can start working right now. The first thing you should do in an SEO strategy is to define the objective you want to achieve. An example of a smart objective could be, increase the virtual store visits by 10% at the end of the first quarter of 2020. After establishing the overall objective of the strategy, the next step is to take care of keyword analysis. This page is the backbone of any SEO strategy for e-commerce. In particular, the keywords for e-commerce focus on informing or selling. For the second phase, the keywords must be focused on the products and, therefore, they are usually head, tail,